Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steff. I would love to have you as a subscriber, so be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Today I am very excited because I am doing another foundation review. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you for being here, but I love doing foundation reviews. I think that is one of my most favorite types of videos to do, that and like eyeshadow palettes and stuff like that. So there's definitely not going to be a lack of foundation content here. I will have my foundation playlist linked in a pinned comment in case you want to check out some other foundations that I've reviewed over the last 2 years that I've been here on YouTube. But today we are going to try this new one from Tarte. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage Broad Spectrum SPF 15. I think this is a skin tint, although you're going to hear me refer to it as a foundation. I'll just be calling it a foundation. It didn't really say exactly what it was. It's, I guess, more categorized as a tinted sunscreen, but you definitely have some coverage here, and I will get into all of the specifics in a second. Now, the shade that I'm going to be using in today's video is the shade 16N, which is Fair Light Neutral. I will compare the shade to other Tarte foundations that I currently have in my stash, as well as to other similar products like this one. Now, I did mention that I picked this one up from the QVC website, and it does retail for $39. And you do get a brush. How interesting is this brush? This is a really different brush. Ignore the fact that it's dirty. I've used it 3 times already. But spoiler alert, this brush is really good. So if you decide after this video that you want to pick up this foundation, I would totally order it from QVC. That way you can get the brush. It's just a really unique shape that you can definitely do a lot of things with. So for 39 bucks, you get these 2 items. Now, this product is listed already on the Tarte website, but it is not available yet. I'm not too sure when this little product is going to be hitting Tarte retailers, but as soon as I can find out, I will let you guys know. But if you're interested in it, head over to the QVC website. You can put it on Easy Pay too and pick yourself up this new one from Tarte. Now, I did explain that this was going to be a 2-day, 10-hour wear test. On day 1, I will be wearing it without any helping products. So like no powder, no primer, no setting spray, just so that we can see how it's going to wear. And on day 2, you will see me wear it like I do all of my foundations. Now, another thing that I want to mention, just in case, again, if it is your first time here on my channel, I want to give you a quick background on my skin type. So I'm 39 years old and I do have normal to oily skin. I am oily primarily in my T-zone, especially on my nose. I like medium coverage foundations, but I am really not opposed to trying anything. Like, this has been the year of the skin tints, so I've definitely gotten on board with that. I do like a natural finish, and this product is going to provide a natural finish. And I do like just like a healthy glow to my skin. If it's a medium coverage or if it's a light coverage, I will build up like right in this area because this is where I have some old acne scars and minor discoloration. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with the coverage that I get with my foundation without needing to spot conceal. But you know, that's always an option. Now, I do wear a mask at work, so I will most definitely discuss that as we go through the daily check-ins of me wear testing this new foundation. And one of the main things that I look for in a foundation, of course, that it's going to have good coverage, but that it's going to last. And I need my foundation to last at least 10 hours, if not longer. But you know, 10 good hours, I think that's pretty reasonable. I don't think that's asking too much of our foundation. So we're gonna see how this new one does. So now let me quickly give you guys some quick specifics on this new one from Tarte. Again, it does come in 21 different shades. It retails for $39 on the QVC website, and there is 1 fluid ounce of product in here. Now, it says it's going to provide medium buildable coverage. It's going to provide a natural finish that looks like skin. The Cloud 9 Complex. This is a blend of hyaluronic acid, squalane, snow mushroom, avocado, prickly pear, aloe, licorice, vitamin E, and castor oil. It says, hence the name, that it's going to provide a bouncy cloud-like texture that smooths and blurs the skin. And it does contain mineral SPF 15. That is the titanium dioxide. So This has some nice claims to it. I like the ingredients so far. Let's see how this product is going to wear on my 39-year-old normal to oily skin for the next 2 days, 10 hours each day. I will be inserting swatches after I get done with the application portion of the video, and I will have timestamps in the description box in case you want to skip around, and I will also have all of the products that I am using both on and off camera linked in the description box of today's video. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Let's dive into today's foundation review. Very excited for this one. So if you guys want to see the new Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Coverage SPF 15 foundation, skin tint, whatever, in action, keep on watching. Alright guys, so we're going to dive into this new one from Tarte today. I'm also going to try using the brush. The brush looks really interesting. I've never seen a brush shaped exactly that way before. Now this does have SPF 15, but I don't always rely on the SPF that is in my foundation. I've already gone in with my own SPF, and it is the Biossance one. I'll have that linked in the description box of this video. But let's start trying this out. Once again, I'm wearing the shade 16N, which is Fair Light Neutral. And it is a squeezy tube with a pump. So that is 2 pumps right there on the back of my hand. And let's use the brush that came with the set. I kind of like how this brush is shaped. 2 angles with a point. Could also use it for like cream contour and stuff. Now this does say it's going to provide medium buildable coverage with a natural finish. I'm liking the shade. I think the shade is a good one for me. I want to say I've used this shade before in my other Tarte products like foundations and skin tints. The last foundation-like product that I tried from Tarte was the Hydroflex C skin tint or foundation, and that was pretty good. I do enjoy using that one still. Well, this is going on really nice, and I do like the brush. So far so good with this brush. Sometimes the foundation brushes, they include, I don't know, they're hit or miss. But I've always liked Tarte brushes in general, but it's just sometimes I guess the style of foundation brush that it just doesn't work for me. But they always have good like eye brushes and face brushes and stuff like that. Okay, so let me take a closer look. Yeah, I don't see any brush strokes at all. I will likely still pat over everything with a damp beauty blender, but everything seems to be looking good. And it's not like sitting on top of my skin, it's absorbing. So that looks really nice, and you can definitely see there's more of a natural to slight glowy finish to it. Now I'm going to try applying the other side with a damp beauty sponge, and that's what I have left. Okay, so I definitely think using the sponge absorbs most of the product, as it typically does. So I'm going to pump out a little bit more, and I'm going to pick up just a little bit. This is the area that I always like to build up coverage in. I kind of even like the coverage that I got with the brush a little bit better than what I got with the makeup sponge. So that's something to keep in mind. And right now the pack up with the brush and the foundation is $39 on the QVC website. I know this is on the Tarte website, but I don't think it's available yet. I don't know its official like release day, like full release day at other retailers, but if I can find that out while I'm filming the video, I will leave it in the description box. I'm just going in with the brush. This does say it's going to be buildable coverage, and I can see that. I think it's building up. It is early in the morning, guys. I am getting ready to go to work. I am going to be wear testing this for at least 10 hours today. I have to film a eyeshadow video, new Juvia's Place eyeshadows, which y'all will probably see that video before you see this one later when I get home. So we'll see how this foundation is doing. Okay, so I pretty much did 3 pumps because that last one was the 3rd pump, and I just went ahead and used all of it. But this is looking nice. This is laying really well on my skin. I like the coverage. I definitely feel like this is a good medium coverage, and I like the finish of it too. I think it looks maybe slightly a little more luminous because of the lights and perhaps because of the sunscreen that I did apply underneath. But you'll notice that I did not apply a primer, and I'm not going to apply any setting powder or setting spray. I am going to go in with some concealer, and I have the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. So let me go ahead and apply that now. But I'm not even going to set my under eye area. So let's see. I guess I'll leave it like that. I guess I'll just do the concealer under my eye area, and I won't spot conceal anywhere. Go ahead and blend this out. It's been a little while that I don't wear this concealer. I did review it when it was first released, but I didn't mind it. I mean, it did a pretty decent job. And I want to say it did well without powder, if I'm remembering correctly. So I think today what I'm going to do is just do a little bit of cream bronzer and cream blush. And probably a little bit of cream highlighter. I actually have this one from Tarte. It is the Shape Tape Glow Wand. So I think I'm going to apply a little bit of that just to have a very glowy makeup look, and then just do some mascara. And that's it. I do wear a mask, guys, still at work. We don't have to. I just choose to. But I say wear a mask about maybe 70% of the time. If I'm like in a good distance away from people, then yeah, I take it off. Okay, so that concealer is going to stay like that. I am going to add, these are the products, the cream products I'm going to go in with. I'm going to go in with the Tower 28 Bronzino. This is the shade West Coast. And then I'm going to go in with their Beach Please Lip and Cheek Balm. This is in the shade Rush Hour. So this is how my skin is looking. I have 0 issues with it, 0 complaints. There is no fragrance. I didn't smell anything as I was applying it. This feels nice. It definitely feels lightweight. It is a thin consistency while still being able to provide coverage. I still feel like it's a little bit tacky. Obviously, I just applied it, so it's going to need a few minutes to set down. But this is going to be a 2-day, 10-hour wear test. And of course, on this day 1, I am not wearing it with any helping products. So we're going to see how it does on my 39-year-old normal to oily skin throughout the day. I'll be back during my lunch break to give you the first check-in of the day. And of course, later when I get home from work to give you the final look. So wherever you all are, whatever y'all doing, I hope you have fun. I hope you stay safe. And I will see you guys a little bit later. All right, guys, 5-hour check-in with this new one from Tarte. And this is how the complexion is looking. I don't have any complaints. I am dewy and fresh-faced, and this looks and feels fabulous. I mean, even the concealer, I didn't set it. It's doing a fantastic job. That's the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. I like the way my complexion looks. It does kind of still feel maybe a slight bit tacky, a slight bit, but I have been wearing a mask on and off throughout the day, and I don't notice anything rubbing off or fading, so I think it looks good. I think the fact that I'm not wearing powder, I'm like able just to, you know, press out little areas as I feel I need to, but I don't feel like I have excess oil going on. I just feel like my complexion is just glowy and healthy looking, and it feels good. Very lightweight. I'm happy with it. 5 hours in, no complaints, and I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised that it's looking like this without setting powder and setting spray and primer, but I'm anxious to see how this is going to look when I get home, so I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, this is the 10.5 hour check-in with this new one from Tarte, and here's what my skin is looking like after a full work day's wearing a mask on and off throughout the day. I mean, I like that I still have blush and bronzer on, considering I didn't powder down this face at all, and I am a normal to oily skin type. I think my forehead looks so smooth. I have zero complaints about the forehead, and everywhere, I think my makeup just looks pretty good. Now, I just took a shower, a body shower, so I did have a little bit of water splash on my face, and I feel like maybe I lost a little bit of coverage right here. But everywhere else, I think it looks really good. This didn't settle into fine lines. It didn't accentuate any texture I felt. I will say that I feel like I've also lost a little bit of coverage like right here on my chin, but I just started eating dinner and then I remembered I forgot to film this 10-hour check-in, so I stopped. So maybe that's why, but it doesn't look makeup-y and it's not looking cakey. It's not like breaking apart. Like, it's worn really well, and I am shocked. I am shocked because I didn't powder this down and I was wearing a mask on and off throughout the day. I guess I was just expecting something completely different than what I got, and I am very pleasantly surprised. So much so that I'm going to keep this face and makeup on while I film my Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette tutorial video. So I'm just going to touch up here and there, but just know that in that video, the makeup, the foundation, it will at least been on my skin for what, 12 hours, maybe 13 hours, depending on what time I start filming that. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the way it looks. I'm happy with this day one wear test. I'm pretty impressed. I will say the concealer did a fairly decent job. It settled into my fine lines that I just have to pat them out and, you know, it goes away. One last thing I do want to mention, seeing as how I didn't powder this foundation down, is that it still kind of feels like I need to powder it, you know, like there's a slight little tackiness to it. So for me, I'm just used to powdering down my skin, especially like my T-zone and stuff, since that's where I get the oiliest. But you'll see, I'm not really that oily. I mean, I'm not that bad. Like, I'm not complaining about anything. So I'm going to be very anxious to see how this goes tomorrow. I have high expectations for it. So far, it has exceeded my expectations on this day one, but I will most definitely give you guys a check-in at the start of the day so I can tell you what products I went in with. Won't be able to film, you know, that application portion, but I will definitely let you all know. And of course, the periodic check-ins throughout the day so we can see how this foundation, this new one from Tarte, is going to wear with all the rest of the products, like the typical way I would normally do my makeup. So I am definitely looking forward to tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Good morning, guys. This is day 2 of me wear testing this new one from Tarte. This is the Shape Tape Cloud Coverage SPF 15 Foundation Skin Tint, whatever you want to call it. But this is how it is looking this morning. Now, I am wearing this alongside a primer, and I chose this one from e.l.f. This is the Jelly Pop Primer. This is a gripping primer. And then I'm wearing the Urban Decay All Nighter Loose Setting Powder. For concealer, I went in with this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then for setting spray, I went in with this one from Moira. This is the Micro Dot setting spray. Guys, you all need to check this one out. It has oil control, microfine mist, retinol and hyaluronic acid, herbal and floral extracts. It has that extra fine mister like the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I really love that setting spray. But this is how everything is looking. I'm definitely not as dewy and glowy as I was at this time yesterday. I don't mind that at all because I have a feeling with this particular product, some of that natural radiance is going to come through, but I'm liking the way my skin looks. It paired just fine with all of these other products, so I am looking forward to a really good 5-hour check-in. I will be back a little bit later, so I will talk to y'all then. Hey guys, this is a 5-hour check-in on day number 2 with this new one from Tarte, and so far everything is looking perfect. I have no issues with how the product is wearing on my normal to oily skin. I think everything looks great. I have been wearing a mask on and off throughout the day, and so far so good. I am definitely not oily. Nothing is like settling into any fine lines or accentuating any texture. everything just looks really good. I will be back at the end of the day to give you guys my 10-hour check-in on day 2, and of course to wrap up today's video, give you guys my final thoughts on this new Tarte Shape Tape Cloud Cover SPF 15 tint, foundation, whatever you want to call it. I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, we've come to the end of this 2-day, 10-hour wear test trying out the new Tarte foundation. And this is how my complexion is looking. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty good, especially because I have been wearing a mask. I wore a mask longer today than I actually did yesterday. So I do feel like I got a little bit of rub off here on my nose and especially like here on my chin. I would say it's a little bit more today than it was yesterday. But again, I wore the mask for longer and I was taking it off and putting it on more times today than I did yesterday. But for being a normal to oily skin type, I really don't have a lot of oil coming through. A little bit on my nose, but really not much on my forehead. The rest of my face still looks pretty good. Pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with this new foundation. I think I was expecting it to have less coverage and not wear as long as it did, but I like it. I like the coverage. I like the natural finish of it. You can definitely tell a difference from this point today than yesterday. Yesterday, I was definitely more glowy, more dewy, and that is because I didn't add any setting powder. Today, I did wear the Urban Decay All-Nighter Loose Setting Powder. That works for me every time. That's a really good setting powder if you have normal to oily skin, and I just like the way it looks. I like the way everything looks. I have no complaints. It's lightweight. It feels good. They call it cloud coverage, and I think it lives up to its name. It's a very light as air feeling, and I think the shade 16N, is that it? Yeah, 16N. I think that was a very good shade match for me. Now, I quickly want to mention the brush because I used this brush yesterday and today to apply this foundation, and I love this brush. I like the shape of it. It's just a unique shape. And I think this is going to work out for several different things. Definitely for foundation. You can even do like concealer, powder, cream contour with it. I think it's a really nice shape. I'd never seen a brush shaped this way before, and I like it. I'm definitely going to continue to use it. Now, let me just give you some other options, some comparisons to this cloud coverage foundation from Tarte. I pulled out this one from Tower 28. I reviewed this not too long ago. This is very similar to this new one from Tarte. This one has more SPF. This one has SPF 30. This is the Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen. This is going to give you more light to medium coverage. It doesn't really build up too much. I definitely think this one from Tarte will give you more coverage than the Tower 28 one does, but I feel this is even lighter weight than this Tarte one is. So if you've been interested in this one, I did do a 2-day, 10-hour wear test, so I'll have it linked up above in case you want to check it out. But this one did okay. This one did better on day 2 when I paired it like with the setting powder and everything. I didn't really like this one on day 1. But if you are of a normal to oily skin type like me and you're going to pick this one up from Tower 28, I would definitely go in with your favorite setting powder. And then I also pulled out this one from Smashbox. This is one of my favorites. This is the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow All-in-One Tinted Moisturizer with SPF 25. This one I feel is going to give you the most coverage out of all 3. I do like this paired again with a setting powder just because I'm oily in my T-zone, and this one has really good longevity. This one wears so well on my normal to oily skin. So if you are wondering how this new one from Tarte compares to some other products in my stash, I definitely wanted to pull out those two because I feel those are really good alternatives in case this is not one you want to pick up. You might want to consider the Smashbox or the Tower 28 product. But guys, I am going to give this new one from Tarte a thumbs up. Well, 2 thumbs up, but I'm holding the phone with the other hand. But it's getting 2 thumbs up from me because I was very impressed. Very impressed with the coverage, the finish, the wear, the overall wear of this product. If you have dry skin, I don't think you're going to need to set it. If you're full on oily, definitely set it. And if you are a normal skin type, you do whatever you want to do, whatever works best for you, but I like it. I'm definitely going to be using this going forward. So now I want to hear from you guys. What did you all think of today's foundation review, foundation wear test? Is it something that you are going to be checking out, or are you going to pass? Leave it in the comments down below. And guys, one last thing.
thank you. Thank you so much, because this morning I saw that I hit 10K here on YouTube. That was my goal before the end of 2021, and you all helped me achieve that goal earlier than planned. So from the bottom of my heart, guys, I thank y'all so much. There's going to be another giveaway coming up. Definitely stay tuned for that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water, and I'm going to see you all very soon. Bye.